was really just a full breakdown, everything that you need to learn, basically the A to Z.
From where to start, exactly what to do, how to do it, all the systems and programs.
The resources and things that were given throughout the training was just phenomenal.
Hopefully you can hear me. Welcome to the Deal Desk. If this is your first time, welcome. The way this works is you submit your leads. If you have any leads you'd like me to call, it's still not too late. Head over to the reitoolbox.com. There'll be a button there that you could submit your leads and you could watch me call them live. But basically, I call them twice. If they don't answer, I move on to the next lead on the show. We're going to get angry people, sad people, happy people, difficult people. We're going to set appointments, close some deals. We're going to get everything. This is a great resource for you and or your team to learn, right? You can binge watch on all the previous episodes. You can watch this stuff live. Anyways, let's get right to it. Looks like somebody submitted this lead again because I believe I called this person last week, but they didn't pick up the phone. So we're going to try calling them again. This is a Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. All right. So this is the property. Just a quick story about it because I do remember this lead. I don't know if they answer or not, but anyways, they're asking $78,000. The whole inside needs work. There's some pictures on Zillow because it was on the MLS fail. Oh yeah, I talked about this. It was MLS fail, and I was asking more than that. So when a property was listed on the MLS, let's move portfolio to New York. Okay, let's just give them a call. Let's give them a call and see what they say. Because this property, I remember I did, call this last week. I believe it was towards the end of the episode. But it was an MLS failed listing, which is a red flag. Okay. Because if they're asking more than what it was previously listed for, it's not going to make the deal any more attractive. Anytime you sell these deals, okay, the buyers will look at the history. They'll do their own due diligence. Okay. And if they see the MLS failed listing, why would they even want to try and buy it? Okay. So let's give them a call. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. All right. Put on speaker so you can hear. Mr. Naweed. I'm going to go ahead and start running comps. I don't think they picked up last time either.
Hi, thank you for calling. This phone is not...
Let's try calling one more time. Now we're moving on to the next one. Let me make sure I turn this all the way up too. So this is in Memphis, Tennessee. This lead, the property obviously needs a full renovation. The issue is this is a failed listing and he wants more than what it was previously listed for. Okay. Put on speaker. Turn out, there we go. Turn up a little bit higher. It's like a haunted house to me.
Hi.
He didn't pick up. So we're going to move on to the next one, okay? We're going to move on to the next one. So the next lead, let me mark this as did not answer. Okay. And I already kind of talked about in the last episode about how you handle people that want, a higher price than what it was listed for. I tell them right off the bat, hey, I see this was listed with a real estate agent previously on the market. It was on the market for a year and it failed at this price. Just out of curiosity, what makes you think that you can get a higher price if, you already had tons of people look at it? And you want to say that in a polite way. You don't want to come across rude or anything. But But yeah, all right. So we're moving on to Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. I think this is a new lead. Okay. You guys are more than welcome. If you see me call your lead and they don't pick up like this person, you're more than welcome to resubmit it so it goes back to the top of the list because I only called them twice and I got to keep it going. Oh, this looks like a nice one right here. Oh, you can't really see it that well. Let me pull up the street view. Okay. So, let me share my screen. This person is asking $197,000. All right, here's the property. I can't tell if it's vacant or not, or I'll check the notes. It doesn't look like it's in horrible shape. The Zillow picture looked worse than this. All right, so what's the deal with this one? So they're asking $197,000. Not much repairs are needed. Fair condition. He's staying firm at 197. Roof and AC are in fair condition. Reason for selling is moving out of town. Okay, let's give him a call. Firm at 197. I don't know if that's good price or bad price yet because I want to call them first. I never run comps before I call. And neither should you or your team because if they don't pick up, you wasted your time. All right, so let's give him a call. Looks like he's got a DC number. And I'll put on speaker. Mr. Mullins. Put on speaker here. All right, so when it starts ringing, I start running comps. I just copy and paste the address, and I'm off to the races. $197, huh? This guy's asking, let me see. It's not even ringing. Don't you hate when it does that? You call somebody, just like it doesn't even ring. I don't know if that's on my end or their end. Because when I call people, it usually doesn't do that. Hello?
This is Rodney Mullins. Great to hear from you.
I'm assuming that was a voicemail because he's never spoken to me, so he can't be happy to hear me. So let's call him back. I think he actually might be asking a good price too. Just by looking at the comp so far. I see an ARV. Let me see. I see a really high one sold for $320. Let's check out the photos. Oh, yeah. So the ARV is about $320. And it also depends what kind of, let me see what they bought it for. I don't think, I think, hello? Hold on.
Hello, this is Rodney Mullins. Great to hear from you. Please leave a message.
All right, so it's going to voicemail, unfortunately. But I'm looking at the comps here. So there's a renovated property in Spencer Street, 867 Spencer Street. That sold for $320. The LLC is called Everybody Eats LLC. Okay, and they bought that for $100,000. I don't know what the previous condition was, but I know that is actually the highest price point in this area because it's renovated. It's not that far away either. So that's another thing to consider. Like, what kind of condition is this guy's house? He says it needs not much repairs, but what exactly does that consist of? Okay. All right. So let's call the next one. We're moving on to Staten Island. All right. 1.5 million. Now we're getting to the high price points. Okay. I don't care where your leads are from, whether it's California, New York, as long as they're in the United States, obviously. But the price points isn't a thing that you should be surprised about. Different markets have different price points. The thing is, why does this person even want to sell in the first place? Okay, that's the real question. All right, so let's call this person. Looks like it's a single family house. I'll pull this up in just a second. Doesn't look like they actually owned it very long. Where's the street view? There we go. All right, so this property here, 1.5 million. It needs a lot of work. That is great. We like to hear that. Let me put this on full screen and show you what I'm looking at. So this is the property right here, Staten Island. You know, single family houses are a lot more valuable. So obviously this is a higher price market. He's asking 1.5 million. What repairs are needed? It needs a lot of work. We'll knock down the property for apartment. Okay. Because there are apartments like on each side. So, I mean, I don't know if this person's interested in selling, but what if you want to build some apartments here? That might be a really good play. Says that it's being rezoned for apartment building. Beautiful. That makes it very valuable. That means the land's very valuable. Being zoned for apartment, ARV 970, anchor 280, wants to get rid of it to development. Okay. Now another thing is you got to look see if there is any new development here, but let's give them a call first. Okay. I want to see what he has to say. You know, if there are properties and it's in areas where there's a lot of development going on, usually the land is a lot more valuable because nobody's going to renovate a house just to sell it here if there's a lot of development surrounding it. All right, so let's give him a call and see what happens. Okay. Good thing he's on the East Coast, so it's the same time. Make sure if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Okay. All right, so let's put this on speaker, and I'll go ahead and run the comps.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Bloodstone.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Steven. You spoke to my partner a while back in regards to your property in Mark's Place. Were you still looking to sell?
Yep. Yes. Just so you know, I have 2 offers on the table right now. One of them signed. So my lawyer is reviewing everything. But if you're interested, actually very interested, we need to set up an appointment ASAP so you come to the architect.
Okay, what days and times works best for you?
So you could show proof of funds?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So I could set up an appointment pretty much ASAP, but it's got to be for real, man.
Yeah, I don't want to waste your time or my time. I just wanted to reach out to you to ask you a few more questions about it. Did I catch it a good time?
Yeah, it's not bad. What type of questions do you have? Shoot.
Yeah, so I was just looking here in the notes. It says it needs a lot of work, but you're really selling it for the land because it's a lot of development in the area, right?
It's R6. It's the best zoning in Staten Island, high density. So it's being approved. Your partner told you for 30 units, 22 2-beds, 8 3-beds.
Perfect.
We're about 4 to 5 months away from approvals.
Perfect. Okay, perfect.
Obviously, once approvals come, the purchase price will go up.
Yeah, and you said you already had an offer on the table. You don't have anything signed yet?
2.
Okay.
I have 2 offers on the table. They signed on their end on one of them. I have my lawyers reviewing everything. It all comes down to me for the terms of due diligence and how quick you're going to close. I want a quick close. I've done all the due diligence, and I have all the paperwork, and I can answer pretty much any single question.
Perfect. And who would be the best point of contact? Would it be you or your attorney?
Me, and any questions I can't answer, my partner, who's been doing this for 35 years, could answer anything.
Beautiful. And what kind of time frame were you looking to close?
45 days.
45 days.
That's the absolute latest. Yeah.
That's the latest.
I would do. So.
Okay. All right. And how long are you looking for a due diligence period?
30 days is the max I would give. All the due diligence is done.
Okay, perfect. And you're
I have the paper from New York City. There's no phase 1 that needs to be done unless you want to waste the money. You're knocking down the house.
Yeah.
Everything's very straightforward.
This is a very good deal. It's a very competitive deal. I'm looking at the area right now.
It's
pretty
it's a
solid.
home run job. Unfortunately, right now, I
This
have
is somebody that's
35
savvy.
folks that are
You
starting
need to set an appointment in person ASAP.
2
But
weeks,
I'm gonna try to get a
and,
feel of
I
the
need that as
price.
well.
Got it. And you know, you mentioned that somebody already gave you an offer. Was it at the full asking price?
Yes, I have 2 at full asking.
Okay,
So
perfect.
just it comes down to the terms.
Yeah, yeah. And what really attracts you most when it comes to the term? The speed of the closing?
Yeah, I just need a quick closing. That's all
Okay.
I care about. And I'm not
All right.
giving someone a due diligence period for 60 days where then they tell me, oh, yeah, no, I'm going to pass, and then I just fuck myself. Another 60
Yeah,
days.
don't you hate those? Yeah, we don't like wasting our time or your time.
And yes.
So
Yes,
what I'll
your
do is
time's valuable, my time's valuable, and
Yep.
money costs money.
Perfect. So I'm gonna confirm with my partner. When did you say would be a good time to meet up with you?
Anytime next week. Anytime I can make something happen.
Okay.
More importantly, have you ever built a building like this?
Yeah, we've actually developed multiple properties, so this is nothing new to us. I just got to confirm with my partner all the details. Now, as far as an appointment, do you prefer mornings, afternoons, or evenings?
Hold on one sec. So I gotta go on the phone.
Just looking at there here.
Just real.
So he's got 2 offers at full asking.
What?
This is not somebody that's gonna be closed over. Hold on.
Could you come Monday? Like first thing, I'll set the appointment.
I gotta check with my partner. If they're available Monday, we'll set something up. But I don't want to put anything on the book yet.
So call your partner and call me back ASAP so I can make sure they get an appointment before they close, because they close early on Fridays.
Okay, I'll call you back then. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Good.
All right, so this guy, right off the bat, he tells me all the details. This actually looks like a really good deal. This is why, when you have people that are like this, he knows what he has. His thing is time. He already has, offers full asking. I don't think he's bluffing because he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. I'm looking at the area, and he's actually asking a really good price. So who submitted? Whoops, I dropped something. Who submitted this this lead over here? Hold on. Who submitted this lead? Donna. Donna, you submitted this lead. If you're watching, shoot me a DM and I can kind of go through this with you. And I also have people that can meet with the gentleman. But obviously, shoot me over a DM. This is not something you make an offer in 7 minutes and they sign a contract. Oh, perfect, Donna, you're on here. Perfect. This is a good deal, Donna. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I have resources and people that can coordinate an appointment that works best for this gentleman. When it comes to these kind of properties, it's not like here's a contract, there's a LOI, there's a due diligence, but he wants to close quickly. The deal makes very clear sense just by looking at the comps, okay? The only thing I need to do, let me make sure that I'm looking at land as well. That's another thing because it's already zoned. Yeah, this is a really good area. I'm surprised that this is even available. That's crazy. This is right in St. George area, very close to the water. This is a very, very good deal. Okay, so John, shoot me a DM and we'll talk about it. I have people over there. But other than that, guys, something that I want you to take away from this conversation, I know it wasn't like, here's your offer, because it's not a single family residence. When it comes to development type of opportunities, there's a lot more that goes into it than that. Developers look at a lot of things from population to market growth. There's a lot that goes into that stuff, okay? But his asking price is actually pretty decent. Now, sometimes just because they have people that are making offers over asking doesn't mean they're going to accept that, okay? And the reason I say that is because the thing that triggers him is speed of the closing. If I was able to offer him a little bit less, okay, and I can close a lot faster, he'd probably be willing to let the deal go, okay? And he bought this, let me see, for 1.3, so he's going to make some money. The value's gone very high in this area. I'm just very surprised that this is actually, this is a really good deal, actually. So I can't show you the comps, obviously. Dono, you and I can kind of go over this. But other than that, anytime it's a development type of lead, guys, make sure that you try to set up an appointment as well. Development type of deals, at least for this size, okay, and the person is really savvy. They've been doing it for a long time. Setting up an appointment is probably the best route to go. Face-to-face is always a lot more powerful. Okay, I mean, I'm looking at some comps here. Just like duplexes are selling for 1.6. He said this thing's been approved for 30 units. Yeah, this is all right. So anyways, set up an appointment. Donna, if you don't know anybody or have anybody reach out to me, shoot me a DM on Instagram, official Steve Morales, and I'll help you out with this. Okay. On to the next one. Let's see here. So I called this gentleman. This is a home run deal. And whether it's a development or not, something I want you guys to realize is even if it was a single family house and let's say the seller had it at a killer price and he knows what he has, he really wants to close quickly, he doesn't want to waste any time. Setting up in-person appointments for that, especially what I like to do is I say, hey, I kind of see where you're coming from. In order for us to give you the best offer down to the penny, I love to set up an appointment where we can walk the property, look around. And like I said, we're able to give you the best offer down to the penny. How's that sound? You want to say those things. So, they're going to be a lot more open to setting an appointment with you because there's going to be some sellers that are very savvy that'll try to get you in a bidding war. And you want to tell them you don't want to get in a bidding war. Okay. A bidding war, probably 9 out of 10 times you'll lose if they have over asking offers and they've already met the person face to face. Unless there's some crazy terms that they agree to, right? That's why it's important to look into their pain points. But setting up an appointment, I know I lock up my deals, 90% of them are virtual, but there are times, whether it's my business or anybody else's business, you're not going to close every single deal over the phone. It just doesn't happen that way. Some people just prefer face-to-face, okay? But you have to set up those appointments properly, and you don't want to sound thirsty, okay? So that is a great deal, all right? So moving on to the next one, we're going to Boca Raton. I think I called this person. They're non-negotiable. Oh, actually, they are negotiable, okay? They're asking $800,000, okay? Boca Raton is another high-price market. Higher price market means higher price deals. Some people get scared of these bigger markets because they're competitive and all this and that. But, I mean, deals are out there, guys. So as long as you can lock them up, some people want to sell at a discount for speed of the transaction. Okay. All right. So what's up with this person here? Let's see. Oh, hold on a second. I want to make sure. This person has a lot of photos on it, which is great. All right, so the story is they're asking $800,000. Says they are negotiable. This property needs to be upgraded to $1 million house with existing house already there. New roof, new AC, new dock, new electric system. He tried to sell in 2020. Hold on. I see a lot of notes here. Let me drop this. He tried to sell in 2020. When he did not sell, he updated the property is the reason he raised the price. His house is the smallest one in the area. He says he got 2 offers. When I spoke with seller 2 weeks ago, he said he would like $700,000. Look at that. He's asking $800,000 right off the bat. He said, I'll take $700,000. I got very sick and was out of the office for a week. I spoke to him this morning to touch base, and he hit me with a new price of $800,000. Very nice guy, easy to speak with. Okay, so I'm assuming this is waterfront because it says dock, which is great. All right, so let's give him a call. Let's give him a call and see what happens here. Right off the bat, he's negotiable, which is great. But we gotta dig in. We gotta dig in the pain points here, because people, whenever you give an offer at a discount and you don't have facts to support it, sometimes people aren't going to be as open to taking that offer or range. Okay. So let's call this lead. Let's put on speaker. Let's see how nice this guy is. And then I'm off to the races on the comps. Oh, it's a corner house and it's waterfront. Very nice. And it looks like it has a pool. Or the roof is blue. What? I can't tell if that's a messed up. Oh, I think that's a tarp. Yeah. I don't think that's a pool. Or maybe it does. Let's look at the photos. Looks like it needs some work.
Please leave your message for.
Let's call them back one more time. It's got a lot of potential. A lot of cleanup to do, but a lot of potential. Let's call them back. Let's see. Let's call them back. Put on speaker. Let's see these comps here. Oh no, they don't look so hot. Well, first price. Hello, Miss Reyes. My name is Steven. I think you spoke with my partner a while back in regards to your property on 14th Place. Were you still looking to sell?
Who is your partner?
My partner? Who's my partner? Who did you speak with? You spoke with Walter.
Who are you first? Walter?
Yeah.
When did we talk last?
I think a few weeks ago in regards to your property in 14th Place. Were you still looking to sell?
Oh, I see. Yeah. I just sold it. Just came from the closing today.
Oh,
Sorry
wow.
about that, sir.
Closed and funded everything?
Thank God we just sold it.
Wow, okay. And what did you end up selling it for, just out of curiosity?
I was asking 800,000. How much you're willing to pay anyway? I don't think you can come up with 800, correct?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we may be able to pay that or higher, but
I never showed it. I never got a chance to show it to you.
yeah, but you already sold it. You got paid from it. It closed and funded.
Yeah, I just came from the closing.
Okay, and they paid you 800,000 for it.
No, sir. Wait until you have it in the courthouse.
Okay. All right, no problem. Well, thank you for your time. Did you have any other properties?
Thank you. Thank you. I have a 10-acre vacant land in Oak City.
Okay.
Oak County.
Would you happen to know the address of that? Do you know the address? I'd love to make you an offer on that. What was that? Do you have the parcel number, perhaps? Oh, you know what? Oh, you said Backland Path, right? I think I found it. Got it. So it's 10 acres.
9.98 acres. Is it lot 95 or 96?
99 it says. Or 95. I'm sorry. It says
I
95.
don't know, 99, sir.
95.
95 or 96? How many acres?
It says, oh, let me go back to it. The property says it is, oh, this doesn't seem like it's the right one. It only says about 2.8 acres.
98? How many?
It says 2.8 acres. Does that sound about right?
Plus another 7 point something. Total for the two lots is 9.98
Oh, looks like you have more than one lot. Okay.
combined.
I see it here. I think I pulled it up. You have 2 lots on Backland.
I just said that, sir.
Yeah. So let me take this. Let me
Just
take a look at this one.
another, so it should be combined.
Yeah, this one looks like it's the right one. Okay, and you're looking to sell this one, you said?
With the right price. every month I receive speculation for $26,000. I paid more than that.
You said you get offers for 26,000?
I didn't say I got offers. I said I got. Oh yeah, you're right. Offers. I got letters.
Mm-hmm.
It's offering for 20,000, 10,000.
Wow.
It is a ridiculous price.
Yeah. What were you looking to sell it for?
That's the highest level in Florida is Polk County, 155 feet, 150 feet, 140 feet above the highest point in Florida.
Yeah. And what were you looking to sell it for?
Well, make an offer.
Yeah, because I don't see. Let me see. Was there ever a house on this before? Any septic or utilities attached to it? Lot's not as sexy as he's trying to make it sound. It's like middle of nowhere.
Okay, sir. Call me if you have further interest. Okay.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
I'm driving.
Oh,
right
okay.
now, sir.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank
You don't want to talk because he's driving. I understand. Oh wait, you can't see my screen. So this is the beautiful lot here. So notice this guy. He sold his house. You know what's funny is I was gonna ask him, hey, did it close? Did you get funded on it? Because some people, they think that when they close on a deal, it's just because they have it under contract. And that's not always the case. So it is always good that you ask, did it close? Did it get funded? He said it did close. It did get funded. Something that I figured it was interesting was that he said, how much would your offer would be? Usually people don't ask that if they walked away from closing. I don't know if he's lying or not. He didn't want to disclose the sale price. He says the courthouse will show. That's fine. But even though somebody legitimately closes on a property, always ask them if they have any other properties they'd like to sell. In this case, this gentleman likes, he has other properties he would like to sell. Okay. So he had this lot, but I think $10,000 sounds about right. He said he's getting ridiculous offers at $10,000. He paid $20,000 for it. I don't see, it's a very rural area. The thing is, when you have a lot in a very rural area, there's nothing going on around it. It's going to be really hard to sell. Sometimes, individuals will purchase those lots, but investors probably won't if there's nothing going on in the area. Let me even click vacant land on here. I'm going to click vacant land because I only see 3 houses and they're actually selling a lot lower than $20,000. So it'd be a waste of time for him. Hold on a second. Oh, this one is also, is this on a road? How big is this? There is one. Who bought this? If you ever get a lot in an area where there's no activity going on, something that I like to do is connecting with a real estate agent that's local in the area, that's very savvy. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to sell. Oh, this one. Yeah, now forget about it. So this lot is actually, the zoning is another thing that I look at. Who bought this? Yeah, I don't, and it's already cleared and everything. So it could be hit or miss. I don't see it selling for more than, 20, but that's what he bought it for. But then again, if he's really motivated, get under contract. I mean, with lots, I put a longer inspection period. I actually put a 30-day inspection period for lots, especially funky ones like this. And there's a lot that goes into that. But, 30-day inspection, whatever. All right. Real quick, let me see here. I want to let you guys know I'm actually having something called an acquisitions accelerator / master closer mastermind. Okay. It starts in November. And basically that is a month with me on Zoom calls twice a week. We're going to go over super in depth about the acquisitions process that I do and works with my team. And then it's also monthly support as an option if you'd like it. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and shoot me a DM. Okay. It's called an acquisitions accelerator / master closer mastermind. DM me for more information. Again, it is basically a 3-month program. The first month, we're going to really dig in on my acquisitions process, from scripts to KPIs to calls to role play, like anything you can think of that relates to acquisitions. We're really going to go in depth into it. It's the first time I'm going to be doing something like this with ongoing support. So if it is something you're interested in, shoot me a DM. Okay. On top of that, the other thing I want to say is one of my friends is having a private real estate yacht mastermind here in Tampa, Florida. Very, very limited, very high level stuff that he's going to be sharing. And I'll be a special guest speaking on my acquisitions process, tips, tricks, strategies, all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, also shoot me a DM. Okay. We're doing a lot of things in November. All right. So let's move on to the next lead. This guy wanted a lot more than what it's worth, but 90% of the people you talk to are going to be just like that. So that price isn't going to work. Let's see who we got next. We got another one. Oh, Columbus, Ohio. All right, Columbus, Ohio. So let me pull this up. They're asking $225,000. $225,000. Remember, some people will ask a price that, they may just go on Zillow and see the price. Like, we don't know where they got that price, but most of the time they'll go on Redfin or Realtor, anywhere they Google, they'll come up with that property, and they'll just say, hey, maybe if I get a little bit lower, it might be a good deal. Okay. So let me pull up this. Looks like they have photos on here. So they're asking $225,000. He said it doesn't need any repairs. This looks like it needs repairs. So let me share my screen so you can see what I'm looking at. I mean, it doesn't look brand new to me. I don't know about you, but it doesn't look brand new to me. What did I just do? Okay, so this is the house. A lot of overgrown grass. All right. So he's asking $225,000. He said it doesn't need any repairs. May few things he didn't really mention. Fair condition. Sometimes he sounds like he wants to sell, sometimes not. He's just willing to sell. Reason for selling: he's just willing to sell. He just wants to wait the right time. Doesn't sound very motivated, but let's give him a call. Yeah, the house doesn't need any work, but I got overgrown grass, so and the paint's chipping off. The reflection of the outside is a reflection of the inside. Just saying, most of the time that's the case. I mean, it doesn't look like it's super distressed, but it looks like it may need some repairs, sir. Okay, so let's give him some a call. And it's funny because when you start asking questions to these kinds of sellers, you'll really determine quickly, are they really motivated, or are they just going to waste my time? Okay, this guy seems like a time waster, but we don't know. Let's call him. Doesn't sound too motivated. Hello? Hey, Mr. Murphy. My name is Steven. You spoke with my partner a while back in regards to your property on Zimfer Street. Were you still looking to sell?
Yeah.
Did I catch it a good time?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
name?
My name is Steven.
No, it's going to be for sale here shortly.
What was that?
I said you talk about the place on Zimfer Street?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's coming up for sale here shortly.
Perfect. I actually want to call you because I wanted to give you a cash offer on the property, if that's okay.
Okay, what is it?
Perfect. So my process is actually very simple. I just want to ask you a few more questions about it other than what I see in the notes. I'll go and evaluate the area right here in the computer, and I'll let you know what kind of range we'd be at. And just to let you know, Mr. Murphy, I am a real estate investor. So, if I'm not a good fit, I'll let you know up front. I don't want to waste your time or my time. And if I'm not a good fit,
You're a real estate investor. You want to buy it for nothing.
Uh,
I got people offering me full price for it. So.
Yeah, it just depends on the condition and things like that. That's why I want to ask you a few more questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, so it's in excellent condition. Then renovated completely inside.
Oh, like brand new granite countertops, bathrooms, kitchen, fully renovated?
Yep. Sure
Oh,
is.
wow. Okay. Seems like a great property. What's got you looking to sell?
Pardon?
I'm saying it seems like a great property if that's the case. What's got you looking to sell?
Why am I selling it?
Yes, sir.
Because real estate's selling at the top dollar right now.
Yes, it is. Okay.
And I don't need that. That was going to go to my daughter, and she passed away, and so I just don't want to own it no more.
Got it. And if you got an offer that made sense to you, what kind of time frame were you looking to sell? About a week, a month, a couple months?
I've already been offered, 225.
Okay. If we can do the 225, what kind of time frame do you think you'd be ready to sell? About a week, a month, or a couple months?
It could be any day, or it could be a week, or up to a month.
Okay. Perfect. And is it currently occupied by yourself or tenants?
No, it's obvious. I've only been the same tenant's been there ever since I owned the property.
What was that?
I said I've only had one tenant there. She's still there. She knows that I'm selling the place because she's already made arrangements on moving.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. So she's aware. And did you give her
Yeah.
more or less a time? Well, she already has, things set up for moving. Did you have any ideas to what kind of time frame she'd be looking to move out?
Well, she can move out immediately. She could. Once I decide to, who am I sell it to?
Gotcha.
Well, you still have time.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Steven, and I was gonna ask you, if we can cover all the closing costs, the fees, the commissions, what do you think would be the best price you can do?
225 is the best price.
Okay,
My
225.
attorney will handle everything for me for nothing. He's a friend of mine.
Gotcha. Okay, and who would be the best point of contact if my partner can go ahead and agree on that price with me? Would you want us to reach out back to you or your attorney?
You what now?
If my partner agrees to do that price, who would be the best point of contact, you or your attorney, to get the paperwork
Me.
started? You?
I'm the owner of the place, right?
Perfect. Let me go ahead and take a look here in the area. Hey, are you familiar with Seibert Street?
With what?
Seibert Street, right on the other side of Parsons Avenue?
No, not really.
There's actually a property here on 536 Seibert Street, and it's sold for $115.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty similar to you as far as square footage, bedroom, bathroom.
Yeah, well, I could care less about that.
He's firm at 225, but I mean, this doesn't look renovated. Gotcha. Okay. So let me do this real quick. I want to make sure that that's a price we can do. If it is, if he agrees to that, I mean, is this something you'd be ready to put on paper as far as an agreement in place today?
No.
Okay. What would be your deciding factor?
Call me back. What's your name?
My name's Steven.
I'll have to call you back. Your number's on my phone.
Okay.
I'm busy right now with lunch with the business.
No problem. What's a better time my partner can give you a call back? He sounded busy when I called him. He sounded busy in the middle. He asked my name for 3 times. So what's interesting is he says this is fully renovated, and this is Google Street View 2021. So, I don't know if it is or not. I mean, he could be telling the truth. He could be lying. I mean, I don't know. But I'm looking at the comps here. Very interesting. I tried anchor pricing the guy at 115 to see how he reacts. He seems very, very firm on 225. I'm actually trying to figure out if that price makes sense or not, because I do have some high comps not too far away. I'm looking at the highest one. Let me do this. Let me click flip comps here. This is what I love about PropStream. By the way, if you guys don't use PropStream, give it a shot. This is what my business uses. Right underneath here, you see the little scrolling thing. Get a 7-day free trial at dealdeskdata.com. I also have videos on my YouTube on how to use it very effectively. But what I love about PropStream, you click flip comps, it tells you a quick story. You always want to do more than enough research, but this kind of tells you quickly what they're buying and selling. And there's actually one here. They bought this for $234. They sold for $275. Gross profit $40,000, $500. So this one's actually right across the street. This price may make sense, but this one, hold on a second. Hold on. This may not make sense. This property looks like it's in really good shape. That's the thing. If he says the property is in good shape, it's renovated, keep in mind, you have to look at the property no matter what, whether that's your cash buyers or yourself. If somebody says the property is fully renovated and you're looking at the comps and the comps make sense, lock it up. This is why we have an inspection period, okay? Because if my buyer goes to the property and it's the complete opposite of what we discussed on the phone with the homeowner, it's not going to make sense. Hey, Mr. Homeowner, you mentioned that you had fully updated interior. You said you had brand new bathrooms, kitchen, granite countertops. It doesn't look like that's the case here. As a result, I'd have to be closer to this. So, the guy was busy. He forgot my name, 3 times, whatever. Make sure he's all the way there. Okay. I mean, some homeowners, you really have to make sure when they're a little bit older, you'll speak with some sellers. They may sound completely normal and they might have, slight dementia or something like that. They might have a power of attorney. Somebody may be responsible. You want to make sure you're doing things the right way, ethical things. This guy sounds fine. I don't know if the property's fully renovated again, but I would lock this up at $225. Now, he said that he had to call me back. Before he hung up, I tried getting a time frame out of him. Usually I say, hey, what's a better time for my partner to give you a call back? If they don't have a time, morning, afternoon, evening, just call them back. I think it's worth locking up. I do see a property right across the street that was bought for $234,500 by a cash buyer. They renovated the property and sold for $270,000. Okay, or $275,000. So that being said, if our subject property is fully renovated, I don't see why we won't be able to get a higher price than that. All right. So who submitted this lead here? Who submitted this lead? Excuse me if I pronounce your name incorrectly. Dejabril, I believe you submitted this lead. Lock this up at $225. Try to catch him on the phone. If he was available, I would push for the agreement, But the thing is, notice when I ask him, hey, if we can do this price, is this something you'd be already moved for today as far as putting agreement in place? He said no. If somebody says no to that, ask him, what's your deciding factor? And then he says, I got to call you back. He sounded busy. He didn't sound engaged. This is why I always ask people, did I catch you at a good time? All right. This is worth calling back. So make sure you call this lead back. If it's not a good time, make sure you get a time frame out of him and close the deal. It's worth it. Okay. Let's take some Q&A, guys. Let's take some Q&A. So let me go over here to the chat. Drop any questions you guys may have. Let's go. Subscribe or submitted lead in California through IG. Is that the right place to submit? So if you guys go to the bio on my IG, okay, it's called the RIToolbox.com. You can go here and let me show you what that looks like, okay? I'll walk you through it. So we're going to go to the REI Toolbox. Let me X all these other tabs out. When you go to the REI Toolbox, you're going to come across this, okay? Can I zoom in this? Yeah. Okay. You're going to click this little red phone, just like right here. Okay, submit your leads for me to call on the deal desk. You're going to click this. It's going to take you to a questionnaire in regards to your lead. Okay, it'll go over the criteria, the rules, all that stuff. You guys can read this on your own and do that. But the RIToolbox.com will take you this. And this also has other goodies. Tickets to Closer Olympics, Find out more about upcoming acquisition VA services. Subscribe to YouTube channel, Deal Desk Data 7-day trial. Everything I use is all right here. And you get a free cold call script too. Okay? All right. So that being said, let's take some more questions, comments, concerns, feedback. Okay. Wow, great. Yeah, Donna, that was a good deal from New York. Will your MAO ever be higher than the Zestimate or estimated value of the property, especially in a rental market? Typically, your maximum allowable offer is never above the Zestimate or estimated value, because the Zestimate / estimated value is more or less closer to what they're selling for renovated. So usually a good rule of thumb is 50-70% of the Zestimate. Okay, so usually your MAO will never be higher than the Zestimate. Okay. How do you work with an agent if you have a seller that's interested in listing the property? So if somebody's interested in listing the property, I make sure that I refer that lead over to an agent. Now, before you even give leads to agents, make sure you have an agreement signed. Usually we like to have a referral split. Okay, there's laws to do that correctly. Make sure you consult with your agent on how to structure that properly, whether you're licensed or not licensed. You got to make sure you do that the right way. But you get a referral split, okay? And usually what I tell the agents is, I'll give you all my retail leads, and I'll give you 10% of investment appointments, 10% of the assignment fee of investment appointments. Those are appointments that they have to go out and negotiate. I'll give you 3% of an investment deal ready, and that just consists of getting a signature, no negotiating, simply going over the agreement, getting a signature. The seller's already agreed to price, terms, all that. Another thing is like buyer showings. If you have properties that need showings, we make sure that we have agents that overlook that process. We always want somebody at the showings. On top of that, they can also take photos and videos of the property, which you can pay between $50 to $100, $200, depending what market you're in, all that stuff. But we capitalize on cash offers. And we also have people that want full market value. This is why I don't care. If somebody wants full market value or above full market value, there's multiple exit strategies. If you guys are just giving cash offers, you're going to be leaving a lot of money on the table. I don't know about you, but I don't like leaving any money on the table, okay? So you can capitalize on it by cash offers, creative financing, or listing the property, okay? So just make sure that whoever you're talking to is actually a serious seller, okay? Oh, hold on. I skipped one. Whoops. I skipped a lot. When you pick a house for an anchor price, do you look for a house in similar condition or just the lowest sold? I look for the lowest sold. So an anchor price is never your offer. An anchor price is just a way to get a reaction out of somebody. So I will look for the absolute lowest price sold property, okay? What do you say to sellers who ask for non-refundable EMD? Well, it's always refundable. Okay, it's got to be refundable, because if I have an inspection period and it's non-refundable, and it kind of just defeats the purpose of even having inspection period. So I will tell them it's non-refundable after the inspection period. I'll say, hey, I have no problem submitting a non-refundable EMD, but it's due upon inspection. That's another way you guys can structure that. For somebody that wants a non-refundable EMD, earnest money deposit, that's what you need in order to make the contract, legal. You need to make sure that it's due upon inspection. So you have your inspection. They'll let you take a look at the house. If it doesn't work or you can't sell it, you walk away. If it does, you're on the hook for that. Even if it was a refundable EMD, you have an inspection period, you go beyond it, you're already on the hook. And most of the time when you assign the property and it goes beyond that inspection period, the cash buyer, you get their non-refundable EMD. Worst case scenario, they don't close. Now you pay the seller their EMD with the buyer's EMD. Sometimes you make some money. Okay. When should we expect to receive info about your mastermind? So if you guys shoot me a DM on Instagram, okay, official Steven Morales, shoot me a DM. Hey, I want information about your mastermind. Now, there's two masterminds going on right now. I don't want to confuse anybody. The first one is the private yacht mastermind. That's limited to like 8 to 10 people here in Tampa, Florida. You can shoot me if you want information about that. It's not free. The second one that I'm having is an acquisitions accelerator master closer mastermind. The yacht one, I'm just being a guest. It's not my event. I'm a guest. The master closer mastermind / acquisitions accelerator is ran by me. If you want information, shoot me a DM about that, and I will get the team to send you information. But that's going to be really cool because it's basically 3 months with me on Zoom calls. Okay. The first month is 2 calls a week. After that, 2 to 3 calls a week. Okay. These are short, not short, but like small groups. I don't want, 100 people on these Zoom calls. Okay. I want to really break down my acquisitions process from A to Z, from scripts to comps to hiring, building a team to KPIs, anything you can think of. We're going to go over very in depth. Okay. So shoot me a message about that, and I'll make sure that I'll send that over to the team. Question by Mr. Lopez. Hey, Steve, what do you do when a seller goes ghost? When a seller goes ghost. Now, let me backtrack. To avoid a seller going ghost, most of the time you want to get a time commitment. Hey, what's the best time to check back in with you? Make sure you get a time. If not, you get a time frame. What I mean by that is morning, afternoon, or evening. If somebody says, call me at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and I call them at 9 a.m., they don't answer, obviously I call them, I leave a voicemail right after that, and I text them after that. If they still don't answer, I'll call them at 12 p.m., and I'll just leave a text, no voicemail. If they still don't answer, I call between 5 and 6, and I text them. So at the end of the day, they see 3 missed calls, 1 voicemail, and 3 text messages. They're going to know you're calling. Do that for 2 to 3 consecutive days. If they still don't answer, call from different numbers, a Google Voice, an office line, whatever, your family's phone. If their phone is still active, they got to pick up the phone, okay? But sometimes you'll call to a point where they start recognizing your number. They may ignore it, block it, whatever. And then when you call from a different line, they're like, oh, man, you got me. Like, hey, I get straight to the point too. I don't say, how's the weather? How's your day going? Hey, Bob, listen, I know I've been blowing you up. If you're not looking so, I can completely understand, but I don't want to waste your time or my time. Were you still interested in selling? I get straight to the point, okay? And then even if they say no, I still follow up with them down the road. But make sure that you extend the follow-up process if you do get them back, okay? But that's what I do. Oh, and then your second part, after sending the offer, that is like, this is why I don't send offers unless the person's on the, like, maybe by offering me contract. I don't send contracts unless the person's on the phone. I don't, because if you do, and I'm talking about contract with a price and address. If you do, they talk with their family, their friends, they shop it around, and then you may not hear back from them again. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I send out a contract, I make sure the person's on the phone with me. And if they are not available or they just want the agreement sent over, hey, no problem, Bob. What I'm going to do, company policy is I can't send this out with an address, with a price in there. Okay? That's company policy. Now, what I can do is I'll just send you a blank agreement with all the exact same terms. Take your time and review that with your attorney, your sister, your brother, John Smith, the agent, your dog. No problem. What's a better time I could check back in with you? Okay? So if somebody ever wants a contract, send them a blank one. Don't ever send one filled out, because once they have that, that's it. Let's see. Last question. I also work as a licensed agent in California. If the cash offer would make sense, how would I pitch the listing in the beginning like you do with your agents in case myself? Great question. So this is also really good. So what you can say in this case, if you are a licensed agent, you can say, hey, Bob, just to let you know, before I get started, I like letting everybody know that I am a real estate investor. And I may not always be the best fit, but if I'm not a good fit, guess what? I'm also a licensed real estate agent. So whether you want top dollar or a quick sale, I'm pretty confident I can help you out. How's that sound, Bob? Bam. That's the line right there. For you agents that are watching right now, whether it's on replay or live, I'm going to say that one more time. Okay. Hey, Bob, before I get started, I'm just going to let you know up front, I am a real estate investor, so I may not always be the best fit. But the good news is that I'm also a licensed real estate agent. So whether you want top dollar or a quick sale, I'm pretty confident I can help you out. How's that sound? Bam. Always end with an open-ended question. That's it. Okay. All right, guys. So it's 101. Hey, for those of you guys watching, make sure if you're interested in the mastermind, okay? This is the first time I'm doing this. This is the very first time I'm doing this. Master Closure Mastermind with an acquisitions accelerator, all these fancy words. But the whole point is for 3 months, the first month, we're going to dig super deep into my whole process from A to Z acquisitions, okay? The whole process. I'm pulling back the curtain on everything. I'm going to teach you about the script, about the comps, about building a team, about KPIs, about overcoming objections. We're going to do some role playing, okay? After that, you're going to have some ongoing support. You're also going to have, I've never offered this before. You're going to have the opportunity for me to call your leads live like I'm doing right here. Imagine if I'm just calling your leads live in a small Zoom group, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you're interested, guys, hit me up on Instagram, official Steven Morales. All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Go crush it. Shoot me DM if you're interested in Mastermind. I will get information sent over to you ASAP. Take care, guys.